While I decide what I want to eat, I want to go ahead and say that I'm done shredding. Anyone that's seen me eat salad knows I like a little salad with my dressing. So we have been using Bolthouse Farms because it's pretty low calorie, like anywhere from 30 to 45 or something like that. But I use 3 servings, so it's like 90 calories for me, and it takes up quite a bit of carbs and fats. So I started making my own. So I'm gonna show you how I make my own yogurt dressing. I use the Chobani non-fat Greek yogurt, and I put in a half a cup, which is 113 grams. So weigh out 113 grams. And then I put in horseradish mustard and some of the Grey Poupon mustard. I don't track this at all because mustard is pretty much negligible as far as the calories go. So I don't know how much I put in here. I guess I'll look and tell you this time. I put in about 113 grams of mustard. And then I put in 6 grams of honey. And a little bit of stevia. Now I mix this all up and I'll add water to it. So it's essentially making like, I think it's 90 grams of the honey mustard that I would normally make, and it's, I don't know, somewhere around 90 calories also. But this is making, you know, like probably like 250 grams or more actually once you add water to it of dressing, and it's kind of like a honey mustard. So that's how I've been making my own homemade dressing, and the macros are 9.5 carb and 11.5 protein. So it comes out to, what's that, 84 calories? So 84 calories for a lot of dressing. A normal person would probably use like half of this, but I'm not normal. So that's how I make my dressing. Let me know if you try it. It's really good. So you can see this is a lot of dressing. This is fully dressed all over because this is a lot of salad. And then we've been topping it with these Simple Puffs. The whole bag is 50 calories. It's 3 fat, 6 carbs for the whole bag, but it makes a perfect little crouton for the salad. So just been pouring some on there, and
they're spicy.
And now I have croutons, and that's it.
That's it. I had a work dinner tonight, and I ordered dessert to go, so we're eating bread pudding. And I burnt it a little bit in this dang thing for like 5 minutes.
I'm gonna start reverse dieting. I may still lose weight. I've been leaner before on much higher macros, and I just think that my energy levels are too low while I'm working out. Like normally I burn between 500 and 600 calories on my Fitbit, and I'm burning like 300 calories. So obviously that's a big difference. Aubrey's gonna keep going, so I haven't decided if we're still gonna do our like check-ins. We may just like trudge along and see where we end up. But we have a lot of stuff planned between Disney and going to Austin, and then going to Dallas for our friends competition. Nick, there's just too much going on that I just don't feel like sticking on these like hardcore macros because, yeah. Anyways, so deciding what I wanted to eat, but I wanted to talk about the thumbnail. So people act like what you see on social media is their whole entire life, and it's not. It's a highlight reel. I mean, I know you've heard this before, but it's like a window into someone's life, and no one's gonna put their dirty, messy life in front of their window. So, you know, we get asked like relationship advice between Aubrey and I. Aubrey and I have almost been together for 2 years. We're like 1 week away from being 2 years from the day that she said she loved me. But I just want to say that, you know, we have our fights, we have our disagreements, we have our arguments, you know. We get mad at each other. In fact, we just got done arguing with each other. And you know, you'll see sometimes on social media these couples that look so in love, like to the point where you're like, gosh, this is gross. But if you really knew them, you'd be like, man, they have a lot of problems. And so just take what you see in social media with a grain of salt. You're never really gonna know that person unless you are like friends with them and like actually in their life. But so that being said, you know, Aubrey and I will give advice if someone comes to seek it, but we don't feel qualified to give you relationship advice because we're a normal couple. So yeah, I'll let Aubrey talk while I continue to think about what I want to eat. Maybe cereal?
Yeah.
Or maybe a cookie ice cream sandwich.
Oh my god, that's what you really want. That's where we're really getting. He's debating. Spinning off of what Brad just said, when we started this YouTube channel and just our business in general, we really wanted to put forth like our truest selves, and we still want to do that. And I think so far we've done a pretty good job. Usually why you see us being so positive and energetic is because we're truly like that, probably 95% of the time. But also, like, people don't like to see necessarily dirty laundry, or they don't like to see some of the negative, because it makes them feel sad, or, you know, uncomfortable. Yeah, exactly. So we don't share that, but of course, as topics come up, if we feel that they're relevant and important to share, then we'll absolutely share them with you. But yeah, we're a normal couple, and we absolutely argue. And we know, even though we're not married yet, marriage is work. Living together, that's, you know, we've lived together now for quite a while, and it's work every day. And so that's it. That was so bad ending. Brad's not shredding anymore. He's reverse dieting. However, yeah, I'm continuing because I feel good. I feel energetic. I think part of the reasoning is I've had a couple untracked days in the last 2 weeks, and I am doing that mostly because I don't feel guilty about it. If I got to the point where I felt guilt over what I ate, I think I'd be in the wrong state of mind, the wrong place.
But your untracked days aren't like you go all out ham, you know?
Right, absolutely not. Like tonight I had my work dinner, and I, you know, got a salad and got my protein in, but I definitely had dessert, and I think that'll be the same case for tomorrow night because we're going out again. Those are just days that I like to have, and I use that food as fuel for my workouts. I don't feel bad about them, and I usually feel really good and motivated to continue with a cut afterwards. So
that's why flexible dieting is so important. That maybe you don't track everything to a T, but you know what you're putting in your body, and if you really want to lower your intake for a couple of days before or after to account for that, you can. But the truth is, you have to, you know, it's if it fits your life, you know. You gotta like make things fit your life. You need
your life. You know, you can't compare to someone else's and what they're doing with their macros or cardio, or, you know, you really have to go by how you feel.
Will that affect your goals? I mean, definitely. If you're not 100% all the time, your progress will not be the same as it would have been if you were. But I mean, is it going to be a huge effect? I mean, that really depends on how inconsistent you are. But, you know, you got to look back at it and say, you know, memories and experiences. Experiences in life sometimes are more important. You know, my friend that I've worked with for 2 years now is leaving the company that we're in, and today was her last day, and she's leaving next week. So, you know, we're going out to dinner with her, and you know, that to me is worth more than following my macros.
Yeah, and not meeting up with her. So
right.
It really depends on how you feel, and if you're not happy unless you're strictly following your macros, then so be it, and that's the way you should live.
Also I was happy with my body at like 213 pounds, and now I'm 198.
Right.
So
yeah. Same at 154, and now I'm 140. So yep, it's just
too many people. Like I said, you compare your life to social media people who are like shredded all the time or something. It's like, you know, who knows what they're doing and if that's even a recent picture and all that stuff, but. You know, and some people have the free time, like, to do that stuff. Like, we both have full-time jobs. Aubrey actually has 2 jobs, so it's, you know, just quit comparing yourself to other people. You have your own journey. Make the path that brings you the most happiness in life.
Yes.
Legally. But yeah, I mean, that's really the message. I know this video is going to seem like a weird ramble, but I hope that you found value in it. And comment below if you have any feedback or input on this, and like the video if you didn't think it was too random. And also
get excited because in a couple of weeks we're gonna be having some fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff scheduled. We have Disney, we have Austin, Texas, the meetup at Bear Gym. And
my entire summer. The
next weekend there's a possibility we're collabing with someone that's pretty cool in Dallas, so we'll see about that. But yeah, and Aubrey's Bye Bye Binge 8-week program, the email went out tonight, which is Thursday night, but this video will be up on Friday. Yeah. And so if you want to join, you can still email us at dywfitness@gmail.com. There's still room, so if you want to join.
Yeah, always room.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See ya.